Today, I'm going to be creating my own United States Civil War scenario. As of today, there are many ways to divide the United States. You have red states, blue states, and a whole ton of other ways you can divide them. So yeah, I thought that I would go ahead and create my own scenario. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now remember that this video is just for fun. I'm not making it to offend anybody. And yeah, just wanted to put that out there real quick. So to create two opposing sides, I'm going to have a red state and a blue state. This is just standards in mapping. The red is the attacker, the blue is the defender. Now it's common knowledge that California and Texas are complete opposites. So let's put them on opposing teams. Team 1 we have Texas, and Team 2 we have California. Now I don't have this planned out. This scenario is just completely random. I'm going to be going on as I look at different states. So this really could end up as a red state, blue state thing. Like Republican, Democratic states. I might accidentally end up doing that. And if I do, then whoops. But with California joining the blue side, I'm sure Nevada would follow suit. Once again, I'm trying not to bring it into political parties, but they are also in the same political party. And with Texas joining the red side, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana would also join suit and join their team. Now, I also want to go ahead and factor neutral countries. I honestly think that Alaska would be a neutral country in this scenario, or a neutral state. I'm not sure if I'm giving them countryhood in this scenario, or if they're still playing out as another civil war. But in my opinion, I think that Alaska would be a independent and neutral state. So neutral states are going to be represented by yellow, and once again, red and blue are two of the opposing teams. Speaking of neutral states, I think that Maine would also be a neutral state along with Hawaii. Adding on to the red team here, I think that Mississippi and Alabama would both join on Texas' side, because it's just a regional thing. Texas is probably one of the most powerful states in the union, so they would probably worry about getting steamrolled, so they might as well just join their side. And that's probably going to be this way for a lot of the southern states and midwestern states. Not that strong, so they would probably want to join them instead of getting crushed by them. Now, if we're talking about beating up Texas, I'm pretty sure that New York would obviously want to do that. So New York is going to join California's side along with Maryland and New Jersey. Once again, I'm trying not to make this a red states, blue states thing, but I think it's slowly turning into that. So we're going to try to turn it around a little bit. I think that Virginia would probably join the blue side, and along with that, West Virginia would join the red side. I also think that South Carolina would join the red side, making North Carolina join the blue side. Now, Florida is crazy, so they're going to be going at it and trying to take over both sides. Florida is just crazy like that, so why wouldn't they do that? And, I wish you luck, Florida. Now, since Florida is joining on their own and both alliances aren't safe, Georgia's going to join the red side because, there's a majority of the red side in this area over here. And, Florida, you need protection against Florida. They're crazy. Now, since most of the northeastern powers have joined an alliance together, I think it would kind of be like a snowball effect with Delaware joining, probably Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, and New Hampshire. I'm going to put it on the neutral team. Along with New Hampshire, I'm also going to put Vermont on that team simply because they're kind of a weaker state. That you don't think of population. Vermont doesn't have that much of a population, neither does New Hampshire. So I'm putting them on a neutral team because they probably don't want to get, messed up by the red team if they ever get up that far. Now I want to talk about North Carolina real quick. I'm pretty sure that North Carolina would not be happy joining the blue side, but they're only doing it because South Carolina joined the red side. So if we think about World War II, the Soviets joined the Allies, even though they really didn't like the Allies that much. So it's kind of like that. It's like, I'm only helping you because we have a common enemy. Now, Oregon and Washington would most likely join the blue side because they have close relations to California and would probably want to end up forming Cascadia. The next states to join the red side would be Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and South and North Dakota. These states are big Texas fanboys, so it's no surprise that they would want to join them. Also adding to the neutral slot, I'm adding Wyoming because there's nobody there, and they would just be a punching bag. I mean, you just move through it. There's no resistance, no army. It would just be easy, so they're going to be joining the neutral side. I'm actually going to be putting a civil war inside of another state. We're going to be making Chicago and Illinois two different sections, so we're going to have the rest of Illinois, rural Illinois, join the red side, and we're going to have Chicago join the blue side. And I think that this could be like this for a lot of other states. Like, for example, Texas could have this problem where the blue cities make their own little thing. But in this scenario, they would be so overwhelmed by the majority of Texas that they might as well just not. But I feel like that Chicago and rural Illinois are just so separated that this is definitely a possibility. Now, since Washington and Oregon both want to form Cascadia, Idaho's going to join the red side for protection against that because they don't want to be forced into a new country. Wisconsin's joining the red team to get that upper peninsula, but since Michigan probably doesn't want to give that up so easily, they're going to be joining the blue side for protection against Wisconsin. Now, Ohio and Michigan both hate each other a lot, so Ohio is going to join the red team to kind of beat up Michigan. Minnesota is going to join the blue side, even though they're going to get steamrolled over here. Honestly, I'm not sure what side to put Pennsylvania on because I feel like it could go either or, but I'm going to be putting it on the blue side because I feel like New York and Virginia would both threaten them, you know, since they're in such close proximity. And having Pennsylvania on their side is probably really helpful because it can transport supplies up and down through here. Iowa would probably join the red team because they are surrounded by red states. We all know Minnesota would probably get taken out pretty easily, and that's probably going to be a domino effect for most of these other states. So I'm going to be putting Indiana on the red team as well as Tennessee and Kentucky. So coming over here to the four corner states, Texas is most likely going to want to take over New Mexico and Colorado. So I'm going to be putting them on the blue team. And for the rest of the states, it's going to go like this. Montana on the neutral, Utah on the red, and Arizona. Honestly, I have no clue. They are very close in proximity to both Texas and California, even though they are closer to California. Also, New Mexico has joined the blue side, giving them a kind of a buffer zone if they were to join the blue side. Whereas if they were to join the red side, they would most likely get taken out by California pretty quickly, thinking that California would just try to take out Idaho, Utah, and Arizona as quick as possible to form a defensive line along this border right here. So I think that if Arizona was smart, they would probably join the blue side. Now with Arizona joining the blue side, maybe Utah and Idaho are both having second thoughts about what side they have joined, because these neutral states, no one's going to be moving through those, but right here is probably a good defensive line in the Rocky Mountains. So these two states will probably get taken out pretty quickly. They might want to switch sides, I don't know. Speaking of defensive lines, we have the Appalachian Mountains running down the east coast right here. So I think that the blue states would most likely probably sweep down a little bit. But yeah, this is my opinion. This is what I think that a second U.S. Civil War would look like. Obviously, I'm not going overall on statistics and stuff. This is more of a just a for fun kind of, if this were to happen, then that were to happen kind of thing. So here we have the U.S. state map if the red side won. So you can see that there were a lot of changes. A lot of states gained a lot of territories, and a lot of states no longer exist. It looks very cursed, but this is what would happen if the red side were to win. So go ahead and take a long look at that mess of, God, it looks terrible. And let's go ahead and see what would happen if the blue side were to win. And yeah, so this is the scenario in which the blue states win. You can see that there's a lot of annexation happening, a lot of new countries formed, such as Cascadia, and that, I guess, little state next to Colorado and New Mexico. I have to say that this isn't as bad as the red map, but it's still really, really bad. And yeah, that is going to do it for my United States Civil War 2.0 scenario. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm having a lot of fun with this mapping series and stuff like that. So if you're enjoying it, that's great, because I'm enjoying it too. This is the second upload for Daily Upload Week. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.